Well, hey, everybody, this is Robert, and welcome to Outbreak News TV. And on today's program, we're going to take a look at some news coming out of California. Canine schistosomiasis parasite found in California. And UC Riverside, UCR, scientists confirmed for the first time that a potentially fatal dog parasite is present in a portion of the Colorado River that runs through California. And this is published in the journal Pathogens. Now, the parasite is called Heterobilharzia americana. It's a flatworm, commonly referred to as a liver fluke. Previously found almost exclusively in Texas and other Gulf Coast states, it has never been reported this far west. The worm can cause canine schistosomiasis, an illness that impacts the liver and intestines of dogs. Quote, dogs can die from this infection, so we are hoping to raise public awareness that it's there, said UCR nematology professor Adler Dillman. If you're swimming the Colorado River with them, your pets are in peril. After learning about the cases of the infections in local dogs, Dillman assembled a research team and headed to Blythe, a border town east of Joshua Tree National Park in Riverside County, where the sick dogs had all spent time swimming in the river. The infection is driven by the presence of a snail that transmits the worm. The research team collected more than 2,000 snails from the banks of the river. And the paper shows that how the team used DNA to confirm the identity of both the snails and the flatworm. Quote, we actually found two species of snails that can support H. americana in the river Blythe, and we found both snails actively shedding this worm, Dillman said. Not only was this a surprise to find H. americana, we also did not know that the snails were present there. Now, after transforming itself inside one of the snails, the worm ventures out with the goal of finding a mammal to infect. In this stage, it can only survive on its own for about 24 hours. If a dog or a raccoon is in the water or drinking, then it could get infected. Now, according to the Merck Veterinary Manual, Heterobilharzia americana, the cause of canine schistosomiasis, is found in the mesenteric veins of dogs and wild animals, especially raccoons, in the southern Atlantic and Gulf Coast states, Kansas and Oklahoma. The eggs pass through the tissues of the intestine to the lumen and then are voided in the feces. From the snail intermediate hosts, cercaria escape into the water and penetrate the skin of dogs and other definitive hosts, migrate to the liver, mature, and move to the mesenteric vessels. And here you can see a picture of the egg, and this is where the pathology comes in. Granulomas form around the eggs in the walls of the large intestine, the liver, pancreas, and other parts of the body. Lethargy, weight loss, vomiting, diarrhea, and or hematochezia, or rectal bleeding, may develop in heavy infections. If your dog has these symptoms after swimming in the Colorado River, it's a good precaution to ask your vet for a simple fecal test, said Emily Beeler, a veterinarian with the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health. Now, just about a year ago, in April of 2023, LA County Veterinary Public Health reported there were 11 cases of canine schistosomiasis in dogs from 3 Southern California counties, Los Angeles, Orange, and Riverside. The cases occurred between 2018 and 2023. Now, Southern California has not been known to be enzootic for the parasite. All 11 dogs had been swimming in the Colorado River before being diagnosed. Infection is acquired from direct contact with the fresh water containing the free-swimming life stage of Heterobilharzia americana. Freshwater snails serve as an intermediate host. The parasite is not transmitted directly between dogs or from dogs to humans. Quote, treatment typically involves use of multiple medications and close monitoring of the dog by the veterinarian, Dr. Beeler said. So, concerning the public health implications as far as humans, while humans are inadvertent and inappropriate hosts, the Cercaria will swim around and may penetrate the skin, but they don't develop any further. So they're not going to mature to adults and hatch eggs and none of the things that happens in the dog or the raccoon, for example. Now, a number of species of trematodes or flukes or these flatworms with dermatitis producing Cercaria have been described from both freshwater and saltwater environments. And exposure to either type of Cercaria will sensitize persons to both. Though some schistosomes of mammals can cause cercarial dermatitis or swimmer's itch, the vast majority involved are of avian origin. Now, symptoms of swimmer's itch include reddening and itching of the exposed skin in the water or immediately after emerging. This is an indication of initial penetration of the Cercaria stage of the parasite. After a period of approximately 12 hours, papules may become vesicular, and then scratching the infected area can result in secondary bacterial infection. But this is as far as the life cycle will go inside of a human. So that's the short news story about this dog parasite that for the first time has been detected in the waters of the Colorado River in Southern California. So that's kind of interesting news, big news for dog owners that take their dogs into the water. So if you like this story, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like this video, comment below, tell us your thoughts, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time on Outbreak News TV.